calories and macronutrients and how the hell do we get fat loss. Today I'm going to talk you through how calories work, how macronutrients work, and how you can lose fat between 10 and 12 weeks leading up to summertime. By the end of this video, you're going to gain a lot more knowledge than you have with your biology teacher in the last couple of years. Okay, so folks, I wanted to make this video a long time ago, but I thought I really wanted to wait until the following has got bigger because this is such an important video. If there's any video that you watched over the last year in my channel, this is going to be the most important because roughly around a year or 14 months ago, I watched a very similar video and it really opened up my mind how calories work, how macronutrients work, and how fat loss can actually work using numbers and science. So we're going to talk you through what is calories, what are macronutrients, or for short macros, and how you can obtain fat loss and keep it sustainable. And whenever you actually know how numbers work, it can actually be pretty easy. So let's just dive into the video and break up the calories and the macronutrients. So first of all, what are calories? Calories is just units of energy that you intake through food. So everybody has got a different calorie maintenance. So you probably heard me going on about this in Snapchat. So basically what we do here is your TDEE is your total daily energy expenditure, okay? So this is how many calories that you need every single day to maintain your weight. So what we want to do here is to find out what is your TDEE, and this can be very easy done by going into the description box down below, and there's going to be a calculator, a calorie calculator. You click into that, you fill out a small form. I've done this before, and this can be a rough estimate where you can start, and how you can actually see if you're losing weight or not is by just jumping on the scales every morning and seeing if this TDEE calculator is accurate. I've done this before and it gives me a TDEE of 2,500 calories. So if I eat 2,500 calories every single day and I stay active, I will not lose any weight. Also, I won't gain any weight. This is the perfect amount of calories to help me get through every single day through sport and through basically wasting energy through activity. So this is my TDEE, my total daily energy expenditure. The next thing I want to find out is, do I want to lose weight or do I want to bulk up? Preferably we're talking about fat loss here, so what we're going to do is you want to be in a deficit of calories. You've heard me talking before what is a deficit of calories, and a deficit of calories is simply burning more calories than you consume. So to be in a deficit of 2,500 calories, we are going to go into minus between 300 and 500 calories, okay? But you don't want to drop really low for the first week. You want to keep it as low as possible because you want it to be sustainable. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 200 calories away from 2,500. So that is going to put me in a deficit. Therefore, fat loss is going to be what's going to happen over the next 10 to 12 weeks. So this is going to give me 2,300 calories to work with. I'm going to eat 2,300 calories for the next 10 to 12 weeks, and this is going to allow fat loss, and this is where your calories are made up. Now, next thing. Okay, so we know that our 2,300 calories is what we're going to eat for the next 10 or 12 weeks to obtain fat loss. Everybody's different. Yours might be lower, yours might be higher, depending on your height, your age, how active you are. So we're going to break these into macronutrients, okay? And what macronutrients are, they are broken down into 3 types of macronutrients. These are protein, carb, and fats, okay? So protein, carbs, and fats will make up 2,300 calories. And for 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. And 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories, and 1 gram of fats is not 4 calories, it's actually 9 calories, okay? So what we want to do here, we want to find out how much protein, how much carbohydrates, and how much fats we need in our diet to obtain the 2,300 calories. So let's just start off with protein. What is protein used for? Protein is building muscle, okay? I've talked about this loads of times in our Snapchat. So how much protein do we need in our diet every single day? And the answer is we need 1 gram per pound of body weight. So, after you weighed yourself, you should know how many pounds you weigh. For me, I weigh 160 pounds, okay? So therefore, I need 160 grams of protein per day. Okay, so we have our protein. We know exactly how much grams of protein I need in my system each day, okay? We get this through chicken, fish, we've talked about this before, protein shakes, powder, bars, whatever you can do, okay? So 160 grams each day, that's our protein goal sorted. We're gonna skip carbs. You always leave carbohydrates to the end, okay? So the next thing you want to find out is our fats, okay? So the next thing you gotta do is you gotta get your body weight, which is 160, okay? Like it said, multiplied by, it's not 1, it's 0.4. You do not need 1 gram of fat per pound of body weight. Is a lot less. It's 0.4, okay? And what this gives me is 64 grams, okay? So now we have our protein goal, we also have our fat goal, and the last thing we need to find out is our carbohydrates, okay? So we have our macros for protein, we know how much fat we need, and the next thing we need to decide is how much carbs do we need, okay? Now this is where it can get a little tricky, little bit tricky, so what we're going to do is we need to find out how many calories is in our protein, and we need to find out how many calories is in our fats. So what we do here is 160 multiplied by 4 and the 64 multiplied by 9 fat. So what you're going to do is 160 grams multiplied by 4 will give you 640 calories, okay? So 640 calories of your 2300 is going to come through protein. And then all you got to do is, we've already done 160 multiplied by 0.4 to get how many grams you need. And all you got to do is multiply the grams by the 9, okay? And this will give us 576 calories. We still have not found out how much carbohydrates that we need in our system. So all we got to do is add these together, okay? And when you add these together, it's going to give you 1,216 calories, okay? Now, just bear with me a second, okay? You can pause this video and take this down, okay? So what we do is we take away the 1,216 away from this and 16 away, which gives us 1,084 calories, okay? So now we know how much carbohydrates we need in our system to make up these calories, okay? So 1,084 calories is going into carbohydrates, okay? So how do we know how many grams we need? It's very simple. All we gotta do is divide 1,084 calories divided by 4. And this will give us 271 grams. So we now know that we need 2,300 to lose weight, but we didn't know how many macronutrients is going to be broken up into that figure. We now know that 4 calories is 1 gram protein, 4 calories is 1 gram of carbohydrates, and 9 calories is 1 grams of fat. We also know now that to find your protein is you need 1 gram per pound of body weight. So I'm 160 pounds, therefore I need 160 grams, which to find out how many calories is in protein, you multiply it by 4 to get 640 calories. Next thing you gotta do is find out your fats. We know that I weigh 160 pounds, you'll weigh something different, it's the exact same system. You multiply it by 0.4, which will give you 64 grams of fat in your diet each day. And to find out how many calories that is true is multiply by 9, which gives you 576 calories. The next thing you gotta do is total up these two and it will give you 1,216. You take that away from 2300, which will give you 1084 calories, and this is into your carbohydrates. And how do you find your grams for your carbohydrates? All you gotta do is divide that number by 4 and we'll give you 271 grams. Now, I'm gonna finish up this video here by, you can fiddle about with carbohydrates, you can fiddle about with fats, you can have more carbohydrates if you wish, or you can have less fat. Personally, I like to take the fat down roughly around 50 grams, in and around that, and have more carbohydrates because I'm a GAA footballer and I like to have more carbohydrates in my system for the energy. But that's basically how you do it. That's how you lose fat, and you basically are at a deficit of 200 calories. Now, as time goes on, you will need to do this again and take away more calories. So eventually, you'll probably be down to a deficit between 300-400 calories, and you can do this all out again and get your new macros and your new percentages of your calories. It's not that difficult, folks. It really just takes a little bit of time to write your numbers and just track your weight. MyFitnessPal will save the hassle of all of this, but it's good to know where all this comes from, because if you're a follower of Rice Lifestyle, I'm all about science and breaking down things. One of my strength conditioning coaches back in the past would have given me a diet plan, and his diet plan was 3,500 calories. Now that does not work for everybody. I would be eating the same amount of food than the midfielder would be, which isn't really the way that we want to do it. We want to get everybody's different. So as I said, to find out your TDEE, which is your total daily energy expenditure, pop down to the description box, hit the link, find out a rough estimate, do your macros, track your weight for a week or two and see if you're losing weight, then you know that you're in the right direction. If you're putting on weight or if you're still maintaining weight, drop more calories and do the exact same process. I'm Rice Lifestyle, thank you for tuning in. I really hope this has made things a little bit clearer whenever I talk about calories and macros, and whenever I take screenshots of food and put up calories and macros as well. So yeah, Ricey out of here. Thanks for watching. I love you all. Check out all the social medias. Give it a like and subscribe. Close to 1,000 subs, which would be great, because I want to do an eating challenge, which would be entertaining to watch. Ricey out of here. Love you.